a shorter show tonight, so no big grand entrance and theme tune. But I was just sat there looking, oh yeah, some people are watching already. And it says Carl Bird has given me an angry face emoji. What have I done? I haven't even started the show. You can't be angry that I run a test card. I started at 9. Get involved, Carl. I'm sure we met on the Postcodes website. Postcodes website. That makes it sound so weird. It's for truck drivers. That even sounds even worse. But no, it's a nice community page. So yes, it is still a Lucy show tonight, but a little bit more of an expedited one. So there we go. Everyone knows the rules. You please share this video. It's not a lot of stress. There's like that side. There's a little button that looks just like that, and you press it, and you can share it. Amazing!
The world of technology.
I know. It's just clickety click. So yes, I will. I'll just put a bit of slap on before we start. Oh my God, I met somebody this week in passing, and she had eyelash extensions.
Well, where did she get them done? Since everybody's shut.
Well, there was a mini lockdown. There, I mean, you can get your hair cut, you can get your eyelashes done. It's still allowed, but
well, you go to the hairdressers.
I think so. Can't you?
I don't know.
Well, no, just before Christmas, there was like we were in tier 2 to tier 3 because these eyelashes apparently last weeks, absolutely weeks, and they looked really heavy. And she said she couldn't see them, but I reckon you must be able to see them. They're bloody huge things.
Well, you'd know they were there.
You'd know
when
they were there.
When you opened your eyes,
yeah,
your eyelashes would touch your just under the brow.
Sometimes I can feel mascara on my eyelashes, and they're only little duddy things. There we go. How does that look? Oh, thanks, guys. Get involved on the chat. Let us know where you were. I've been listening to a radio program a lot, and they keep repeating their telephone number like 31082 or something. Get involved with the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, get involved with the chat, people. On if you're twitching, hype train. If you're YouTubing on your big TV, got the comments coming in. There must have been a backlog. Get involved and tell us where you are, what you're up to. Are you good? Are you safe? Are you happy? Are you fabulous? Got a message off someone called Noel Orchard that says, no, everything shuts this like that. But I think, wasn't it before Christmas? We were in tier 2 down here.
I did,
and they moved us to tier 3, and I think that was
December.
Yeah, so it's in December because apparently these things like 40 quid, and they last 3-4 weeks. And what you do is you go and you have infills where some of the eyelashes come out, and they're all put on individual. Seems like a fucking arse.
Well, I have to say that when I was very, very young, I used to put individual lashes on, but that was
the fashion.
That was the fashion.
Well, it was either that or
it was very faffy.
Yeah, God, no, thank you. Ray Turner, consummate comedian, always. Look at that, he's managed to shoehorn it in. I always said it was ending tears.
Oh.
Hey. I'm looking at that joke in 2020 vision, and I can say that is okay. Right, so let's get on with the show. So this is the Lucy and Joe update. So there were lots of papers last week saying, oh, apparently he let one go. This week,
shot a rabbit.
This week they're all going, yeah, absolutely massively farted. And one of them I liked said, let out a ripper. So last week they were like, oh, he may have done little windy pops. And this week they're like, yeah, he farted. He farted for about 25 seconds. And it said over 800,000 people would have heard him rip it out. 800,000 people, humble brag. Fucking hell, that's how many people he's got watching. Apparently the first week they had 120,000 people. I was like I've said, I've always been a big fan of Joe. Send your viewers this way. Can't stop me with me jumping jacks. What really annoyed me though is right. So first of all, he's hurt himself. He's pulled a hamstring. He's done it again. And
he's not up to this fitness malarkey.
Well, I'm thinking you're doing this for kids. Now, kids are bendy, supple, bounceable things. You know, you can drop them on their head loads and they're fine. That's what you said about me and Noel anyway. And so, you know, you can do pretty much a lot. You can do a lot to kids. Adults are a little bit more fragile. Noel says you have a clip. Do you know, I instantly thought you meant hair clip. No, I don't have a clip because I'm already on the naughty step for playing video clips on my live stream. Who knew I was a rebel even online? So it said if he's hurt himself doing this, then that's like, how are we supposed to do that? If a god like Joe Wicks has pulled a hamstring doing one of his moves, how are muggles supposed to do it? I mean, I'm not saying I ever would, but what if I wanted to?
What if you were of that inclination?
What if I was like one of those people that exercised? You know? We got a message in from Ray that says, my Tuesday's going well. Just watched 2 episodes of House of Games and now it's the Lucy show. Oh my God, that is a hell of that's an alumni to belong to. I love House of Games. I absolutely love it. I love Word. Is it Word Smash? Did I get it right?
Yes.
It is Word Smash. And Noel said, hair clip. I was touching my hair when you went, have you got a clip? And I was like, oh, don't you fucking start. She's only got to look at me and I know my hair isn't in a very good state.
I've never said that.
No, you haven't got to say anything. Literally, this is what happened at the dinner table. I took my hair down. My mum's like that and she looks around. I could see her oscillating with disappointment. So I was like, you can correct my hair after I've had my dinner. Tell you what I'll do is I'll put it in a bun so it won't distract you. And anyway.
Oh, sorry, darling. You should have said.
Can't get the staff these days because of COVID. Yes. So what? This now another story about Joe Wicks. It's I know it sounds like I'm obsessed with him, but it's filler. Right, that's open. Now this is where the newspapers really get on my tits. So they said viewers were left baffled and confused.
What? By star jumps?
No. So when he did lockdown 2, so 1 second, fucking recycling bin's getting emptied.
No, it's getting filled.
It's getting filled actually. So he was in a house. He has a house. He's worked hard. He's got a house, but he's moved house
to a mansion.
To a mansion.
Really?
He's gone from a 1.4 mil to a 4.4 mil.
How did he get the 1.4 mil in the first place?
Well, he was doing Joe Wicks books and stuff.
Oh.
Like he's more than just the guy that did COVID exercises. He's been quite prolific. Cheers, love. He's been quite prolific for quite some time. So yeah, boy's done good for himself. He's put it into property. You know, let's just hope he's not done a Gary Neville. But JW's all over the curtains, over the carpets, on the iron gates. The staff are monogrammed. But people were baffled and confused because he was in a different room. Fuck off, were they baffled and confused? A, he moved home. B, he's doing it in a different room. Baffled and confused. There were people looking at the camera, unable to perform jumping jacks because they were dribbling with brain hemorrhage because they were like, but the other room was white.
Oh, what books has he got on his bookshelf?
He's rich enough. Cookery. He's rich enough. He gets someone else to read for him. Too easy. Way too easy. That was really nice. So that moves on to the Joe Wicks update. Let's have a look. Answer smash. Is it answer smash? Yeah, it must be. Of course it is. You know the answer. And so the Lucy update. So my truck, Britney Spears, drove her yesterday, and I have to say, she drove like a dream. All the brakes issues are gone. All the gear issues are gone. I was on a job that the vehicle was an appropriate size for. I knew where I was going. It was just one of those days where everything went really well. And then they said, "Do you want a day off tomorrow?" And I was like, "Not really. If I'm not getting paid, I'd rather work." And they said, "No, you get paid." I was off. Later. You do not need to ask me twice. So what you want to do is you want to pay me and I do nothing. Yeah. I also like to think, did they put a name in the hat? Was I randomly selected, or are they happier when I'm being paid not to do anything? They love me so much, they would pay me not to go into work.
Perhaps all the other men there have clubbed together.
Yeah, all the other men are clubbed.
Don't have her in tomorrow.
And draw out weight as a wallet. So, big thank you to another guy at work, John, who helped problem solve something for us. It all went ahead today, but yes, it was a brainstorming session. A gentleman brought me a solution, and I carried it out, and everything's fixed now. So yes, thank you very much. Now, it is a birthday section today. Okay, so we have got lots of birthdays. All right, so in the Americas,
across the pond.
Across the pond, it is a case of over here. Sorry, Jeff Whiting, who's big up in the comedy world. Big. It's his birthday. And I thought, oh, then I know that it's Chris Ray's birthday from the Americas. I was like, oh, it's also Michael Cooper's. That's a big for three people to work really in comedy. I mean, I know there's who have you forgotten?
It's Lizzie's birthday tomorrow.
Oh, you've got a day. We were going into TIFF. We can frisbee a card at a house.
Will do.
Do you know what I mean? It's like remembering somebody's birthday the day after, and you've got to do the belated shit. That's it. Remembering the day before, that means you just need to write it down. Write that down. So so it's Michael Cooper and Chris Ray's birthday, and I'm hosting the comedy night tonight online. And I thought it would be funny to have the thing. I've got pretty close down, but I think it's April 23rd. I've worked out what pregnancy conception dates. Like if your birthday is today, I'm going to open with a joke that says we both know their parents had sex on April 23rd. I think that's funny. Since then, my algorithms have gone through the roof thinking, finally, she's showing an interest in babies. I've worked so hard to beat every pregnancy test, folic acid, nappies, children's stuff that kids use. This is how maternal I am. The accessories you get with them, like food and clothes and toys and stuff, the shit that goes with them. But yes, I completely fucked up my algorithm in the name of a joke. It's going to take me ages to get it back to trucks. It's in there somewhere. There's a button in there somewhere. Let's have a look. Hey, Max Burton. Evening, Lucy.
Hello, Max.
Hope you enjoyed the racy joke last week, Lucy. Mr. Burton told me a joke the other day, which I'm not retelling. Filth.
Utter filth.
Filth. I'm not even telling her. She wouldn't. She'd be disgusted. She would be disgusted. I have a birthday this year. I might even have had my jab by then. It's July, so fingers crossed. Nice. The other thing I want to talk about is that I've had a couple of messages from men. Calm down, it's not like that. So, as you know, I do this show, and I do Big World Small Talk, and I do the kitchen sink, and I'm not going to use names, but for Big World, I had a gentleman message me before Christmas that was just like, hi, can I come on the show? I'm from Canada. And I was like, that's perfect, because Big World is all about getting big, distances covered in the name of comedy. So now that Leon has moved from Malaysia to the UK, so it's made our world smaller. So we're looking always for international acts, because we've got Alex in Michigan and us two in the UK. So we're trying to think as big as possible. So this guy comes in, Canada, want to join the show? Perfect, brilliant. I get back in touch with him after Christmas, and he's just like, "Who is this?" I'm like, "Yeah, but you messaged me." No, I didn't. I was like, I mean, yes, he messaged my comedy page, and I messaged off my personal profile. So that the fact is, how many Lucy Orchards is he messaging? Thousands. I mean, imagine if there was even more than one of them me, let alone thousands. So then he was like, "Oh, is your show stand-up show?" And I'm thinking, well, he's obviously not watched the show. It's not that fucking difficult to press click. I mean, I have enjoyed watching the show. I know there's a couple of people on here that watch the show. It's a nice little bit of a fun answer, call and answer game. And he said, is it stand up? I went, no. All right. Is it political? No. He's like, oh, well, do you want me to do my stand up? I said, no, it's a game. I said, here's the clip. He went, oh yeah, I've watched it. He said, so it's an interview, is it? And I was like, you haven't watched it if that's your following question. Finally, he cancelled and said he didn't have any Wi-Fi because of issues or whatever. I couldn't have been happier. So I thought, fair enough. Then we had a message for the kitchen sink. Let's have a look. I got to bring it up because it's just ridiculous. Could have done it beforehand. Did it. Right. So, hi, do you have any open spots for your kitchen sink Zoom show this week or any other Thursdays? Right, well, what you've forgotten to do there, mate, is A, explain who the fuck you are, and use the word please. And you haven't watched the show because you would know that it's not a Zoom show and it's not an open spot comedy show. It's a chat show. That one actually is an interview. So then I just got another message for Big World and it was just like, hi, what's your background? It's like, no, mate, you don't get in touch with me and ask me to tell you who I am. You came to me. Like, hang on, you've messaged me that you want to be on my show, but without noticing who's on it, watching it, understanding what the show is about, using the word please. And the best thing is, if you're watching the person that messaged me, you should be aware of the fact that we are friends online and we've done a couple of online gigs together. So you should know that you're messaging me. Right, the cat's just come in through the kitchen window and she is the dining room window and she's soaking. With any luck, she's going to stop right next to my mum now and shake and all the water's going to go everywhere. But I was like, I'm actually working on a comedy sketch at the moment, a comedy routine bit about being more male, having more confidence, being able to walk into a room going, hey guys, you're fucking lucky I'm here. And yeah, I really do need to take more. I need to have that confidence to just message somebody. Like I looked at one of the messages I've written to ask if they would come on the show. And I'm like, hello, my name is Lucy. Would you please come on the show? Come here. 1 second. Someone's whack. There we go. Let's give you a little clean. Yes, so I would love the confidence to be able to say, hey, do you know what's wrong with your life? Not enough me. When do you want me, love? Maybe that's how I should write to all voters. Yo, it's your lucky day. Guess what you've won? My attention. Oh, soaking. Ray has put, too lazy to do any basic research. Well, they can fuck off. Well, I got Leon. They're not going to be watching this. That's the best thing because if they were clever, they would be. So Leon started messaging him, and I said, he's not said please. He's not watched the show. He should know that we're friends. He should have been like, hi, Lucy. I know we're only virtual friends, but we have performed virtually together a couple of times. Yes, that was a west ass pussy. That was definitely a whap. Doesn't sound like macaroni in a pot, though. Who knew? But Chris, I said to Leon, I said, go. He said, I said, make him work for it. He's obviously not know who he's messaging. And so Chris asked him the best question. He just went, what's your favourite part of the show? He's not replied. For those of you that don't know what Big Will Small Talk is, it is literally, I sit here, there's 3 of us with jars of questions. You pull out a question, we all answer it. It's just silly. And that is it. It is a game. It is a little silly game. And it's not University Challenge. It's not Blockbusters. You just need to press play on a YouTube video. It's ridiculously available. I stream it most places. So I'm like, oh, we can shut the curtains down the last cat when cat one's in. Right, so village update. Trying to investigate a little bit more into, there was a rumour that it's half urban, well, I can't work out if it's an alert or an urban myth. So apparently people have been finding in their horses' tails, I know this is such a white person problem. Middle class, country living. When I'm So Noel's just added to this. Hi, not seen the show or know anything about you. How about being on your show? I'm quite flexible, but I can't do Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Sundays. No, that is basically the messages I get. But what you need to end it with is, you're welcome. We are actually going to be trying to get in touch with the amazing Jen Brister. I mean, she's just a huge thing, but we've got a kitchen sink coming up for the week of International Women's Day, and it'd be amazing to get somebody of her caliber, her magnitude, her capability. And I said to Sarah, I said, well, looking at all these other male messages we're getting, how about I go, hey, lucky for you, we've got room on this show. When do you want it? Don't sign it. She should know who we are. Send. Davos.
Horses' tails.
Yes, horses' tails, right. So people are finding horses' tails, plaits in their tails. And
Plaits?
Plaits. One single plait.
Well, that's very kind of them.
Apparently, the police are trying to dispel this myth, but people in Wellington have seen it, is that it's a case of you plait the hair and later along they come along and they steal that horse. It's an identifier. But the police are saying it's a myth. But if it's a myth, why is it happening in Wellington?
Oh, lots of things happening.
Lots of things happening in Wellington.
They've got COVID in Wellington.
Ray put, Jen Brister is a solid choice. Fingers crossed you get her. I mean, can you imagine? Could you imagine she'd just be... if any of my friends with influence are watching, give us a shout. Let's have a look. So, right, village update, then the hair thing. Now, there's been some big figures in Cully down the road. That apparently is the biggest rate of cases. That's the next town over. It's not that far away. Can we draw a circle of salt around the village?
Well, unfortunately,
can we get some of a border force? I mean, we've got a lot of old white men in the village. Can we reignite Dad's army?
Yep.
It's not like they've got anything else to do.
Well, they all walk like
Josie.
No, the old one.
Godfrey. We've got an army of Godfreys in my village. If you're watching, you know that you can't deny it. Helium balloons. There's loads of people selling helium balloons. I mean, I must have said this beforehand, and I can't remember. I can't back this up with like a reference or a citation. But apparently, there is a finite amount of helium on the planet. So
there's helium. Oh yeah, and they're depleting it.
Yeah. So if this is all the helium you've got in the world, then the helium's gone. Science with Lucy. Thanks, Mum. Why? Now that we know what we know about stuff, we know those foil balloons don't biodegrade. They just fucking get caught in the guts of cows. Where you depleting the helium? I don't get it. Lucy, for your birthday, I've reduced the helium levels in the world. I'd rather cash and a well-chosen meme. You know what a meme is, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you want to explain it?
No. It's something that happens on like a tweet or something.
Get his sister's Dolly's upside down cake recipe.
Who's that? Who's that?
I don't get it. Is it a Jen Brister reference? No. You're going to have to explain that. You've thrown for a 6. I know, I try chop and churn so many fucking conversations, though. I've also I've entered in those online competitions where you've got to like the page, share the page, and tag some friends. Twitter, car validator. Spider Jones has been on for your birthday. I'm going to learn how to snort. By my birthday, you should be back at the drop, yeah? No, Spider's on a comedy holiday. He's a well-deserved break. But I will get bored eventually, and I'm going to cut it short because you have to come back and play. Right, and then I've been dropping... Oh, Private Godfrey had a sister, Dolly, who was known for her upside-down cake. Godfrey. Christ, we do so many tangents per second. It's impossible to keep up with myself. Checking my notes. I didn't mention anything about that. Hey, was it Godfrey Sisters that helped solve the film? Yeah, it was. Okay, so yes, I've entered a competition, and the best thing is, like, they're like, "Ooh, win an inside car valet worth 35 quid." No, mate, 35 quid's not even going to touch the sides of my car. They had to do the inside of mine. First of all, on the front, I've got mold growing. My inside and outside of my car is very much like a skip. There's useful stuff in there that I won't throw away. You never know, you might need it, but it is a case of open door and just sort of push things in. Sitting on my book there. Let's have a look. So the other thing is, I was looking through all the stuff for sale. There's still lots of things. When we go into lockdown, they usually close the buy and sell pages to make sure that you're not touching with each other. But I think people are like, yeah. The longer I spend inside my house, the more stuff I need to throw out. Sale. Oh, Olivia, come here. No, she's just doing a yoga pose. This is how I lick my ass. Let's have a look. So then the other thing, birthday section. So I've mentioned Jeff, I've mentioned Michael, Teague O'Connor, who is part of the Stand Up for Cider competition that I managed to get to the Heaths last year in March. So it would have been my first competition, and it was just as lockdown was starting. Well, not starting, but we were like, "There's a flu coming around and we're not quite sure what it is. What should we do? Oh, it's looking like it's quite serious. Oh, it might be spreading." And they were like, "We're still going to go ahead with it. We're going to go ahead with it. We're going to go ahead with it." So I went on the local forum and I said, "Oh, hi. So if that's the Somerset Devon border, I live just there, and just there was the competition. So that's how far away it was." And I said, "Everyone go to Taunton for this show. Come and support me. You know, got local girl in the competition. Come and support me." I got incited. What was it? They said I was inciting cross-border migration.
That's correct.
In times of a pandemic. I was in. That's it. Cross-border migration. I had to reassure people. Yes, it is cross-border, but there is no hope of a new life in Taunton.
In Somerset.
Once you've done it in Taunton at the concert, you will be expected to return back to your own lives. Don't bring a suitcase and think that we're offering you housing. Ooh, I just caught that section. I've also noticed on one of my sections, the share section I showed you at the beginning, there's a lot of little paw prints and claws from Kitty. Where she's been trying to eat my show notes. These are 35 shows old. Don't touch the show notes. So TV and radio. I have, like I said, I've finished now on the Sounds app, the BBC Sounds app. I have finished DS Vogel, Body on the Heath. Very good. It was very good. It was good. If you need something to listen to when you're in bed and you need a nice, soothing, reassuring, stable and strong voice, I describe it as sort of velvet meets treacle. Cadvile, which, you know, I love I named my car Cadvile after this guy. So Philip Maddock, ex-husband of Ruth, hi campers. He just got there's Virgin in the Ice and Body of
something else.
Right, if you haven't got anything nice to say, fuck off.
I didn't say anything horrid.
You were heckling.
You couldn't think of the book. So
and you thought, well, I can't either. Let's join in together. Yeah. So there's 2 audiobooks for Cadvile on look, I know I'm desperately I'm asking about them, but I think all curious chickens are currently incarcerated, rehomed. But One thing we can tell you is that in a village that has a large chicken farm, there will be another curious chicken.
Yes, bound to.
There has to be.
Well, every year they have a clear out, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they clean the sheds.
Oh, yeah.
And then they have a new batch in.
Yeah. So the thing is, I think the reason why people don't know much about the curious chicken, I think there is a current one. I think there's a third one. But because it's dark in the morning and dark at night, people aren't seeing it as they drive in and drive out of the village. Also, people are at home, so they're not walking around. They're just getting in their cars, driving to our village, touching stuff, licking things, and then going back to theirs.
Yeah.
Right, 1 second. Spider. Oh, now if this is not proof you don't watch my show enough.
What did he say?
What the fuck is a curious chicken? Right, good point. I was talking to old viewers, but we might have new viewers as well today. Incarcerated or incarceraled? Hey. So part of my village update, Spider, is I talk about all the different villages around me, and in one of the villages just over there, they have a chicken farm with these beautiful white chickens. It's for eggs. It's not meat. It's for eggs. They're all egg layers. But every now and again, a chicken escapes from the chicken farm and then just walks around the village, and nobody takes it back. Nobody the curious, the tale of the curious chicken is like it's been seen by the pub, it's been seen by the post office, it lives in a tree next to the school, and I was getting people to take pictures of it, and I can't find. I've asked and asked and asked. No one knows anything about the latest. It's very much I compared it to the Dread Pirate Robert from Princess Bride, how there is always going to be a curious chicken passed from mantle to mantle. Let's have a look. I got chased by a herd of chickens Sunday whilst delivering packages to a farm. Did you have any food on you? Because that is how you get chased by chickens. They're hungry little buggers. They'll smell crumbs on you. And then we've got somebody called Love Tour Age? Love Tours? Don't know. OIO. I don't know what that means. Let's have a look. Spider, the Tale of the Curious Chicken is an ongoing reality segment. Yes, it is. It is, technically speaking. There is definitely going to be. If there's one thing we can guarantee in the world is that in 37 hours time, Trump will be out of the White House and there will be another curious chicken. Look at me doing politics. Hey! Yes, so TV and radio. Listening to the Archers, Helen's getting on our tits. There we go. That's the synopsis. Lee's weak. Helen needs to remember who she was and how Kirsty helped her, and maybe she could think of others before herself. Helen Archer thinking of somebody else for herself. For TV wise, so yes, Cadfael mentioned that. DS Vogel, yes, that's just. And there is a new Agatha Christie on there, and it is the Mysterious Affair at Styles. Oh God, I couldn't mention it, which is the first ever Hercule Poirot, and it's got Justin and Kirsty from the Archers in it. There we go. So we have finished The Hustle.
Oh, shocking.
And it's not The Hustle, it's just Hustle. Not to be confused with the Sandra Bullock and Rebel Wilson. The Hustle.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway, was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
I know. I watched it.
Twice without me.
Well, you should have been here.
Right. So, if you haven't watched The Hustle, why? Why? Get it. It is available either on the BBC iPlayer or through illegal downloading sites. It's on there. You can find it. Do some Googling work. Type View Hustle online stream. That'll get it for you.
And there were 8 series.
8 series. Yeah.
And we didn't remember any of them.
No. Although, in fairness, I did remember 2 1-minute moments. And that was at, what do we just say?
48 hours.
48 hours. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh.
Love it. And we're planning in about 3 years' time to watch it all over again, because that should be long enough to completely forget about it. Right, so now we've done that. We've just finished Schitt's Creek. We watched all the Taskmaster over Christmas. We redid the Midsummer Mysteries.
So we're on to...
I know, that's what I've written down.
All right.
Jesus. So, Hetty Wainthropp investigates. Courtesy of Noel. Thank you very much. We are using your account to watch that.
Yeah. We are so grateful.
Oh my God.
You're just necking it.
I think I had salt. It'd been in the gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Because we don't use salt.
We don't use salt. So if I eat anything with salt in it, I'm like, why my mouth so dry? What? No, you're the log on for the thing for this guy that we watched. So yes, that's on Hetty Wainthropp. So we've got 4 series of that to start. And this is a little bit of a fun fact trivia for you boys and girls. The Hustle has got a character in it called Ash Three Socks Morgan. I would. And the Hetty Wainthropp Investigates was produced by John Glenister, his dad. Ta-da! One of my most viewed tweets. So this year I messaged on Facebook about how I was the first truck to break through a frozen truck wash. And I had like hundreds and hundreds of likes and retweets and all that stuff for it. I thought, oh, right. Next thing I know, I put on that I think Robert Glenister should be the next Doctor Who. I can see the interaction. Even your sister got involved. I was like, go on, Auntie George. She went, I second this. Yes, so we've got that. And I'm also watching Doctor Who again. And what's Spider Put? Did you watch the original Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? Did you? You're old.
No.
No.
Oh, thank you.
I'm way too young, I think.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. I don't know.
You'll have to tell me about it later.
Yeah. We'll have a look.
Yeah. But we've done all the ocean films again as well. I understand there's good stuff coming up in the future and all those new series and stuff. But at the moment we're in lockdown and we want known hits. We want guaranteed satisfaction. So I think once we've done Hetty Wainthropp, we may go to Lewis.
Yes, we just want gentle murders.
What? Gentle murders. Yeah, I mean,
nothing stabby and...
No, I mean, we do love Law and Order Special Victims Unit, but it takes longer for me to find out where we were than it does to solve a crime.
Because there's like 3 million episodes.
There's 3 million episodes, so we go, I think we were on season 4, and then you find it, you go to an episode and you play it, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, we've seen this one. And it takes about half an hour to 2 hours to find out where you were. If there was a system, like we made remember it, or we made a note of it, that'd be winning, but we're not that way inclined. Let's have a look. Plug section. So, today is Tuesday.
All day.
All day. Tomorrow
is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. We're going to town to buy a funnel. Woo woo! And to take Lizzie's card in.
And maybe a bucket.
Maybe a bucket. I mean, it's non-stop here. And they're essential items that are needed. So we're not just going out on a whim for a bucket. There is a designated role for it. So exciting. Can't wait.
I think it's holding liquid.
Well, this segment it starred Michael Caine and Steve Mann, and it's hilarious. Ooh, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Okay, we'll have to look it up. Oh, we've jogged a memory.
Is it set in America?
Is it set in America? I don't know why I repeated that. You can fucking hear her. And she's right there.
No touching.
No touching. Right, so the plug section. So we have got on Thursday, we have got the amazing, the fabulous, the talented Bard of Barnstable himself, Lou Conrati, who gave me my first ever pro bill opportunity, and for that I'll always be a massive fan. I was hoping to get him booked for the next West X Comedy Club, but then the whole Pando happened again, so we had to go back into ISO. One Night in Miami. Is that a good one as well, Ian? Hello, Ian. Hello there from Scotland. He's One Night Man. Have we seen that?
Don't know.
Don't
Doesn't ring
know.
a bell.
No.
Bill?
Bell. But we will write these all down. I can write that down now. So it's Dirty Rotten Scoundrels and One Night in Miami.
Are these series or films?
Don't know. If boys are saying films, we're more TV series based, but we'll
take a film.
Yeah, Dirty Rotten.
You know, we're still in lockdown.
I like Steve Martin, not overly fussed on Michael Caine, but maybe this will be the film that clinches it for me, because I know that he needs the fans. Dear Michael, it's your lucky day. I'm going to watch one of your films. You're welcome. Get it watched, apparently Ian is saying. Don't want scoundrels. Okay, I've written that down. Thank you very much. So yes, we've got Luke and Rati. Also, Shani Thomas is going to be doing a small segment on Kitchen Sink this week.
With him?
No, she's filmed a segment that we're going to play.
Oh, right.
And then on Big World Small Talk on Sunday, we've got Mustafa Saeed, who I looked up, and he's not the American wrestler. He's actually a doctor from Northern Ireland, but he's got the most amazing stand-up, and I love his accent. But do you remember he was on that night with me, Comedy Pops? Yeah, absolutely. And also a gentleman. It just comes across as somebody very polite, well-mannered, and fucking hilarious. So, you know.
He's a doctor, and he's funny.
So I'll end up flirting with him all night anyway. So that will be at 10 o'clock. So please make sure you set your reminders. So that's all you need to worry about. Just the Tuesdays is me, Thursdays is the Kitchen Sink, and Sundays is Big World Small Talk. Noel says, can't believe you can't remember it. You have seen it.
Which one?
Which one? Dirty Rotten Scoundrels or One Night in Miami? Oh, God. No, literally, we have just watched all of Hustle and all of Death in Paradise, which comes to a grand total of possibly over 150 hours of TV viewing. And at best, we've got a recollection, cumulative 10 minutes between two people. I mean, Christ almighty. I drive a truck. Mum's got to click people in and out of the shop. How she's not eaten the clicker by now, I don't know. Or she's wandered off to Tesco's and she's like, well, I know I work in a shop, I just wasn't sure which one. Between the two of us. At this moment, I could watch a home video and go, they look nice, do we know them?
Oh, look, she's got a coat.
Just like mine. She's calling you mum. Have you got a daughter? Which does bring me nicely onto that new joke I've done, which is about being at Christmas and having so much in our fridge. You know, it's the only time our fridge looks like, you know, a student's not living there. You know, usually you open it up, there's like an egg roll, not an egg roll in the back, it's like a passport egg in the fridge, but you know, there'd be like half a carrot, you know, some milk, a bit of cheese. It's very bland, but at Christmas time, you open the door and it's groaning. And I was sat there next to my mum going, what have I just eaten? Because it didn't taste like pate, which is, you know, every hour. Didn't taste like cheese, which is every other hour. Didn't taste like, I mean, I don't do chocolate. I couldn't work out what it was. I said, it tastes like peppermint. My mother was like, oh yeah, you've done a Gaviscon. So not only am I an overeater, I've got dementia too.
Happy days.
Happy days. Did we have Christmas already yet, Mum?
No, we're having
it tomorrow. Right. If you haven't seen it, you really need to see City Heat, a gangster movie. Right. Gangster movie starring Clint Eastwood and Burt Reynolds. And they play their roles straight, but are sending out their macho images throughout. I do like a bit of Clint. Right, okay. City Heat. Is it funny, though? Oh, I just clicked the computer and I don't know what's happened.
You all right? Everything's gone big and small.
Everything's gone very big and small. Right, okay. Right, so hang on, let me write that.
Small bits are big and the big bits are small.
I know. City Heat. Right, the next thing I'm going to... oh, bollocks. Right, you hold that.
Ooh.
Right, so if I think it's that. One second. I know this makes great viewing, but I can't see in the comments because I've managed to completely fuck it up. Oh, there we go. There we go. ish back to normal. Right, okay. Noel put we watched when we were kids, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. In that case, how the fuck am I supposed to remember that? That was years ago, and you're even older than I am. Netflix, The Debt Collector, like a Jason Statham film. Right.
Oh, we love a bit.
We do like a bit of Jason, but I said,
he always wears a vest.
Yeah, but I just said to people, we're watching The Hustle, followed by Hetty Wainwright, and they're like, you need some gangster. Right. Patricia Routledge in a romper suit on the back of a moped and goes straight to Jason Statham. Well, you see, Oslo, he didn't say please.
Jeffrey.
Richard, he touched the Denby wear. So I capped him in the arse. I absolutely love Patricia Routledge. She's one of my favourite people. Her face, I've said it, you could watch her eyebrows and her mouth, and it's a completely different script. It's a whole play in itself. She is such a physical actor. She is one of the best things we've ever produced as a country. Right, I just want to say thank you very much again to Dave Sheraton, and I want to say thanks to John Brooks as well. And there's been a lot of people, and I want to say thanks to Stephen Williams as well, because I had a lovely chat with my cousin today. So if he's watching, why haven't you commented? And if you aren't watching, what's your fucking excuse, Gov? Yeah. I know you parked up. You had a shower ages ago. You should be in bed watching this on your phone, like every other truck driver I know. And a big congratulations to all the people of Paynton. Apparently there's a cure there, so everyone can go out on the beach at the same time without masks and stand in crowds.
I hope they get bloody
it's just
rained on.
Every time I went there today, last week and this week, honestly, it was just. Sorry, Ray Turner just said, I would pay good money to see Falling Down remade with Patricia Routledge. That would be amazing. It'd have to be like a nice floppy canvas bag, like a carpet bag, or like a canvas shopper.
Yeah.
Instead of the briefcase. Richard. I said I didn't want to wait in line. No, mind your necking. Right, okay, so that is it. I'm going to wind it in now, even though it's meant to be a half-hour show. My alarm didn't go off, and we've done 48 minutes.
That's because you didn't set it.
Oh, potato, Routledge. Right, okay, so come on then, get in. So yeah, big thank you to everyone for watching and tuning and staying in touch. If you're watching this on catch up, love to everybody. Hope you're getting through work all right. So let's just do this. So yes, so like I said, Thursday 7 p.m. through Joke Pit, through my comedy page, through our YouTube page, or go and find the Kitchen Sink on Twitch to get involved on the hype train and send us your subs. So yes, please. So yes, be safe. Have a lovely week. See you Thursday. You've got 2 days until you see me again. And if you can, please like and share this and give the old YouTube and Facebook and Twitch and all that stuff a subscription, because it helps me towards my world domination. Thank you very much. I've said an alert. My Pokemon buddies found a Condy.
Oh, right.
Another 7. I can power him up. Right.
It's been lovely being with you all this week.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah. By that point, I could have just nicked a chicken out of the farm and put it in the village. Can I buy one?
Well,
just release it free.
Hetty comes to her name.
Yeah.
And she sits to be picked up, so we could sort of...
What's that got to do with putting a chicken in the village, though?
Probably we can just take pictures of her.
My mum has just said online and live that she's going to plant a chicken in the village and take pictures of it. What are you doing? No, mind your own business.
This is my chicken.
This is my patch. Right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, send us some money.
Stay safe, everybody.
Yeah.
And keep your mask above your nose, not under it.
Not this. Not this. It's this.